Ho ho ho, what have we got here? A brand spanking new game. This is a game of dwarves and I've been looking forward to it for a long time. You may or may not be aware, but I am completely obsessed with dwarves. I don't know what it is about them, I love them so much. And when you deconstruct that obsession, it's really quite sick. I'm obsessed about short, fat, hairy men that have an aptitude for digging. Isn't that weird? But that aside, I'll discuss that with my psychiatrist. It's a game of dwarves, and I'm not going to do a review because I know I'm horribly biased towards the whole concept. So I thought, let's just do like some tips and tricks, strategies on building your settlement and whatnot. Behold, the Great Hall. Episode 1. Alright, I'll see you after the thingamajig, after the fade, and here it comes. Alright, let's get down to it. First things first, I hate the whole starting area business, how it has that. It pre-tunnels down for you and has that little area with the throne. I understand why they've done it, and this, you sort of have to do it. But I'd much rather start on the surface and like start completely from scratch. But, you know, it is what it is. So I like to get onto my Great Hall project, the hub of my settlement, as quickly as possible. Right after I've, of course, established food production. Because damn. Alright, so what I do is I like to have my corridors 2 squares wide, just because it looks cooler. And I usually actually dig them 2 squares tall as well, but you know. So I've got them leading into the side of the passage, side of the Great Hall. So you need an even number of squares on that side. But on the other edge, an odd number of squares so that you can have the throne right in the center, as you can see there. Alright, moving on to more important stuff, the columns. Now here's the trick. I initially thought, yeah, we'll just use the columns that they provide. But you actually get more happiness points. I'm not sure what they're called officially, but you get more of those points if you leave columns undug, if that makes sense. So you can see them there, right? So instead of adding columns later, you have, you know, the soil, the rock as the columns, and then you cover it with whatever material you like, and you actually get 1 more point per block. And how can you say no to that? Now, as you can see, I'm slowly digging that sucker out, and you may notice that it is several levels deep. What I usually like to do is have the uppermost level as the starting plane, like the starting level that you're on. I have that as the uppermost level, and then just dig down as far as I please, as far as it will let me, with the stairs and whatnot, because I like to use stairs, not ladders. And that's how I get the, you know, because it's got to be tall. The Great Hall has to be, you know, with these columns. And I'm sure you all know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Dwarven in Moria, which I believe they're the same thing. You know, the big thing with the columns. It's pretty righteous. And there's the relatively completed hall. I've decked it out all in stone because I think it looks the best. It's my personal favorite, and I hadn't found any of the other spiffier materials yet. But I've got 2 stone food tables, whatever you call them, in the center. In fact, I think it needs some chairs. Looking at it now, I think it needs some chairs around that table. I'm not sure if that will stop the dwarves from getting to it, but I'll have to try that and get back to you on that one. So there you have it. The pro tip for this episode is don't use the columns they provide. Make your own damn columns. Your dwarves will be happier for it. Okay, I hope you all like the videos. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you next time on Dwarven Academy.